never switch sides. Like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad. Let her ties in the hearse. I've been on the vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I'm never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rap. Got a bag from the way that I write it. Queen looking Tyson, do that ass survive, doing 80 to the house. Then I hit her to the sky, change haters on a tirade. Talking to their crib in the face, be still, let that hate stuff fade. We all want the same, we all want a meal in the safe. I wanna live like I'm trying to get enlightenment. Trail spill from my lips, feel big from the bib. Take a sip till I pass out. Try and get grit, but it don't make sense. Cause you can lose life on this fast route. Yeah, turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades, I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, save a spot at the table. Beast with the slap, pin myself on the map. You long with the wind, but we knowing that it's capped. 5-hour flights, couple nights at the flat. To be real, couldn't see me making moves while I'm at. I'm still on the grind, limit time when I chat. Burning down sage, keep the demons away. When I write it, give a piece of myself to the page.
What's good, everyone? It's Steve from SnkrTechTalk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the performance review of the Nike GT Cut Academy. Alright, so just to get things started, as far as the price of this model right here, this does retail for only $95 USD, $125 here in Canada. But as always, starting with the traction, on the Nike GT Cut Academy, you do have this full-length herringbone traction pattern in a solid rubber outsole in the forefoot and in the heel. And how this performs on clean floors, you will not have to wipe at all. These things just absolutely come to a screeching halt on any movement that you will do. So you'll have no issues on clean floors. On dirty floors, you'll have to wipe every 5 or 6 plays, but sometimes I would forget to wipe altogether, and I really didn't have many issues. This is actually a pretty firm rubber compound as well, so I do think you could bring these outdoors if you wanted to, and the rubber compound or the traction pattern is pretty deep. So I don't think you'll have any issues indoors with this traction pattern on the GT Cut Academy. Outdoors, maybe I'd wait for them to go on sale for like $60, and then I'd absolutely thrash them outdoors. But overall, this traction pattern is tried and true. I had no issues whether I was making linear movements, lateral movements, no issues at all here in the Nike GT Cut Academy. So as far as the traction goes, I would give these a very solid 9.5 out of 10. As far as the cushioning goes on this model right here, as far as the foam on the exterior portion of the shoe, you do have this Nike Renew foam. So it's a pretty soft and plush foam, all things considered. I do just know that in my experience from the past with Renew foam from Nike, it does break down and become pretty dead pretty quickly. So that is one thing to mention. I believe there is actually a lunar portion here at the bottom in the forefoot as well. So you do kind of get a dual foam compound here in the Nike GT Cut Academy. And then running from north to south, basically from right here to right here, you have a large volume Zoom airbag. So it does take some time to break in, but after about 2 hours, you can definitely feel it in there. The only thing about this Zoom bag in the GT Cut Academy is it is bottom loaded right here. So it does take some time to break in. It took me about 2 hours to actually even be able to feel the Nike Zoom bag in the forefoot. But after that initial break-in period, you could definitely feel an extra spring in your step. And it was definitely adequate in my opinion. It is a pretty close to the floor cushion setup here in the forefoot, and then the impact protection here at the back with that Renew foam is definitely nice. But the only thing I would caution you is that Renew foam is going to break down rather quickly, and then it's going to feel pretty dead here at the back of the shoe. So as far as the cushioning goes, all things considered, considering this is a $95 basketball shoe, I would have to give these a decent 8 out of 10. Really nothing to write home about, but I think most people will enjoy this setup considering they're $95. And in the coming months, you're probably going to be able to get these for like $60. Overall, this is an adequate cushioning setup in my opinion. As far as the fit goes on this model right here, I went with my standard size 10.5, and my toe is seated right here at the end of the shoe, almost touching the end of the shoe here in the Nike Zoom GT Cut Academy. I did find the shoe to fit a little bit more narrow than the GT Cut 3, so that is one thing to note. If you like about a thumb's width at the end of the shoe, or if you are a wide footer, I would recommend going up half a size. For me, I went true to size and I had no issues at all. The tongue itself doesn't have any bungees and it's not gusseted, but it does have this loop right here where you can throw the laces through, and then it won't cause any movement on the tongue when you do have them on foot. So as far as the fit goes, again, true to size. If you're a regular footer, wide footers go up his eyes and you should be good to go. As always, if you can try these on in store, that is your best bet. So as far as the fit goes, I would have to give these an 8 out of 10. As far as the materials go, obviously this is a budget-friendly model. So starting at the back of the shoe, you do have this really cheap synthetic leather here on this panel that is perforated. And then moving your way forward, you do have this mesh paneling that basically runs all the way around the shoe. And then you have a fuse panel right here for some extra durability and support here on the medial side. But overall, it's a very cheap mesh setup. But honestly, it just works on court. I really had no issues at all. It took about 30 or 40 minutes to break in, so there was really no break-in period, and it just fits nicely on foot. As far as the tongue goes, you kind of have this really plush, almost like neoprene portion at the top, and then more mesh right here that is very breathable running up the tongue. So overall, nothing to write home about, a pretty cheap setup, but what can you expect from a $95 basketball shoe here from Nike? So as far as the materials go, I would have to give them a 6.5 out of 10. Again, very cheap, but it just works on court. And as far as durability so far, I think I've played about 9 hours in these and I really have no wear and tear at all on this hoop shoe. So a pretty decent material option here on the GT Cut Academy. As far as the weight goes on this shoe right here in a US size 10.5, they do come in at 12.55 ounces. So all things considered, in my size, this is a very lightweight basketball shoe. As far as the support goes on the Nike GT Cut, as far as the support goes on this model, starting at the back of the shoe, you do have this TPU internal heel counter, which does offer a great lockdown fit at the back of the shoe, offering some decent support here on the back of the GT Cut Academy. Now, moving your way forward from that, you do have this rubberized portion that does wrap up on the lateral side to offer some support when you make those hard lateral cuts. And I really had no issues when I was making hard lateral cuts here in the GT Cut Academy. As far as the lacing system goes on this pair right here, it is just a traditional lacing system, so nothing special. So it's a pretty decent supportive shoe. And this material right here as well is actually pretty supportive. And you have these stitch marks right here on the lateral and on the medial side that does offer just a touch more support on this upper right here. You also have this fuse portion on the toe. So as far as toe offs, that's going to offer some more durability. So overall, the support is decent. And then at the bottom of the shoe, you have a very wide and stable base right here, and this outrigger that does kind of jut out on the lateral side. So if you do land on someone's shoe, that is going to help prevent your foot from kind of teetering over and spraining your ankle. The only thing this shoe is really missing is a midfoot shank plate. There is no midfoot shank plate at all in the shoe. You can really bend it right here in the midfoot. There's nothing inside there. So that is one thing to note. I would probably toss in a Game Day or Game Day Pro insole from Move Insoles if you want extra support in the GT Cut Academy. So as far as the support goes on the GT Cut Academy, I'm going to have to give them a decent 7.5 out of 10. So that's going to do it for today's performance review on the Nike Zoom GT Cut Academy. Sound off in the comments if you guys have tried this hoop shoe out so far. As far as I'm concerned, I really enjoyed my time in these, and I think I would purchase 2 of these rather than 1 of the Nike Zoom GT Cut 3s, especially since these will probably be on sale for like $60 or $70 here in the coming months. So let me know down in the comments if you guys have tried these out. I would have to say the standout features of the Nike Zoom GT Cut Academy would definitely be that herringbone traction pattern on clean or dirty floors. The overall fit is a very snug one-to-one fit, really no movement at all within this hoop shoe. I really enjoyed the fit of this model right here, and the overall cushioning setup. Again, the Renew foam is going to break down over time, but that really springy Zoom airbag in the forefoot is definitely a nice touch. Obviously, this is a takedown model from the GT Cut series with the Academy right here. So for $95, I really think you can't go wrong. Again, sound off in the comments if you guys have tried these out. So that's going to do it for today's video on the Nike Zoom GT Cut Academy performance review. As always, if you guys can like, comment, and subscribe. That does help the channel a ton. And down in my bio, I will have an affiliate link if you do want to purchase the Nike Zoom GT Cut Academy on Nike.com and you want to support the channel. I would greatly appreciate that. And as always, check out my Instagram, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.